you. Hi guys. First, I want to thank you guys for being here. You know, it's a special night for me and for my family. So thanks for being here. I mean, as a person, as a player, you know, you always dream these kind of nights. Being successful in the NBA, doing good things and being recognized by the people, by the organization, by the city, by the fans. So it was one of night that's, you know, meant to be for me. So I feel really lucky. I just want to say thank to the Walsh family, Alex, Joe, George, and all the guys, whoever made this happen. It's a special night for me, so I will never forget this, these moments. So thanks for everything.
Hedo, what made you want to retire as a Magic guy, as a Magic person?
I mean, when we had a conversation, you know, it wasn't really that hard. You know, if you look at it in 15 years, you know, I had the most successful as a Magic uniform, and probably because of that, you know, I'll have the most support and most love by the city, by the fans. And I always feel that even though I played, you know, somewhere else, you know, I always kept home here. You know, my family were here, my kids were going to school, and they still go to school. So, and I always felt that, like, you know, Magic is always my home. You know, it's always part of me. So when we have this conversation, and when they told me that, you know, that might happen, you know, I was the happiest guy.
Turk, how much pride do you take in building this thing up the way you guys had it rolling in 08, 09, getting to the finals? I mean, is that kind of your legacy, helping build it?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, as a person, like, you always want to be remembered, like, what you did, not just, you know, like, as a basketball player, you know, as a person too. I think I built that foundation, you know, like, and I couldn't build that, you know, that the people, you know, who's working here, you know, like, who really make all this happen, you know. So you know, it was really easy for me, you know, like, to be interactive with the people, with the fans. You know, it was really easy for me, you know, to go out there and perform, because you always had your back by the fans, by the city, you know, like, so I was just enjoying, like, every moment. You know, so I can't even enough thank to the fans, you know, like, all these years, you know, the way they support me, the way they show me love, you know, like, it's really, you know, special.
Been to a few games this year, and they've shown you on the Jumbotron, and the fans have given you a very loud ovation as they show you. What does that mean to you to still have that kind of resonance with this fan base?
It means a lot. It means really a lot to me. It really shows me that, like I said, what I did here is kind of, you know, like, showing me respect, you know, by and cheering for me, you know, doing all the claps for me, you know, like, because I was trying to be real every time, you know, I went on the court and off the court to everybody. I think people recognize that, and that's why I'm kind of here, you know, like, being, you know, supported by the city, by the fans, and not just city, all of you guys too, you know, like, I don't think I have any problem with any of you too. You know, maybe you, not just you. So it means a lot to me and my family too. Trust me.
Turk, how often do you think about that 2009 finals? It was 4-1, but it was actually closer than that. The game Game 4 could have gone either way, Game 1 could have gone either way. How often do you think about that series?
I mean, I try to forget about it, but you know, it's really hard, man. You know, not just for you, it's also the people around you. Like, just keep reminding you. I was like, man, it was 6 years ago. But not just besides that, you know, like, you will never forget those, you know, because as a player, this is the only time you've been in the NBA Finals. You know, like, I've been in the conference finals, Eastern, Western, but never in the NBA Finals. So, you know, those, you know, you'll never forget. You know, like 10 years, 20 years from now, you'll never forget because you've been there once, you know, and that will always be special. I wish it would went, you know, the other way, but it's an experience, you know, like we were a young team and we just didn't have enough experience in those, you know, like moments. So, and I wish, you know, all the guys, you know, like, I hope they reach finals and, you know, win multiple rings.
You know, you're still a young man. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? What are some of your goals? What are you looking forward to?
I know I'm young and I'm beautiful. I'm just kidding. No, I was old. I mean, like, let's put it that way. I was old as a basketball. You know, like, I played, you know, almost like 25 years of basketball. You know, like, so I knew the time was, you know, it came for me to step out, you know, to basketball and do something else. You know, I always was interested, you know, being part of the management side. And I took a job back home. I'm the new CEO of Turkish Basketball Federation. So hopefully, all my experience I had here on and off the court, you know, will make me do something nice and help the basketball grow back home.
Hedo, go back to the summer of 2004. At that point, you were a Western Conference player. You played with the Kings and the Spurs. As a free agent, what convinced you to come to Orlando back then? Because at that point, Dwight and Jameer had just been acquired in the draft.
I think the way they approach me, like the way they want me to use me as a player, because I already had like a 4 years experience in the league, and I was expecting different roles. And the way we talked, you know, they wanted to use me in a different way, so they kind of convinced me, you know, being part of the Magic. And it kind of went that way too, you know, like the way, you know, I was coming off the bench, you know, being the guy, you know, bringing energy. Then Stan came over and, you know, like, he totally took it to the next level, and I had to trust on me and just give me a lot of control and help me become the kind of player.
Now that you've retired, and I don't know if you've had any chance to kind of think back on your career, but the way Stan used you was really revolutionary, and teams have started to use point forwards, like big forwards, like kind of you were nowadays. Do you think about how that team and how you kind of changed the game in any way?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, Stan was genius. The way he built the team and the way he structured, and like, things were really working well, you know, for us because we had all the pieces, you know, we can ask for. They had me, you know. They said, no, but you know, all the jokes on the side, you know, like we had great pieces, man. We had Dwight, you know, like he was an upcoming star. He was beast that time, you know, like it was really hard to stop him. And Stan used me as like a point forward, you know, being 6'9" guy, being able to see all over the floor, having Rashad as a 3 and 4 combo, making shots, and adding pieces around them like MP, JJ, Courtney, Jameer, like all the guys. And not just those, like we were so good, you know, like and unselfish as a group, and we were just enjoying and just being around each other on off the court. And the result was there, you know, like we were just playing great and reached to the NBA Finals, so it was all staying.
Hedo, you've been to a couple of games this year. Talk about this year's Magic team and especially the atmosphere here as opposed to what it's been, you know, the last couple of years.
I think the fans, you know, they've been, you know, supporting Magic, you know, since I've been here. I don't think anything changed on that one. As a fan, you always want a better, you know, like from your team. I think bringing Scott Skiles, you know, like this year, you know, it's going to really help these young guys, you know, to play better basketball and hopefully to be in a better situation and hopefully, you know, make the playoffs. They build a good team, and hopefully, you know, like sooner or later, you know, they will become what they deserve. And I know these fans will always support them no matter what. And hopefully, the way they're playing right now, you know, comparing the past, you know, like it's really making me happy, you know, to see them playing good and having this kind of nice results.
Hedo, as a basketball player, what do you consider to be your greatest accomplishment on the court, be it with the Magic or your national team?
I mean, it's totally two different things, man. I mean, for me, you know, I'm blessed that, you know, I was able to accomplish both of them, you know, like, as a person. You know, like, being NBA, your dream, and your kind of dream comes to being home, you know, where it all started, and going back home and getting all the support from your fans, wearing your team jersey. It's different feelings, man, and like, it's really hard, you know. I enjoy both of them. It's real hard to say which one is, you know, like, will take the first place, but like, in my life, you know, like, both of them will have, you know, special, you know, like, times.
Do you take pride in being your country's best basketball product, at being the best player, and looking forward now in your current role, will you take that experience into continuing the success of your country in basketball?
I hope so. I mean, being a Turkish guy coming over here and accomplishing this, it's really, you know, I mean, it means a lot to me. And hopefully this experience, you know, if I can help, you know, to grow a little bit of, you know, Turkish basketball, that would make me happy a lot, you know, like, because something will change, you know, like something will happen, you know, like hopefully we'll see more Turkish guys, you know. I'm trying to convince them to come in here because there's already like 2 left right now. It was like 6 before, and hopefully we'll see more and more, and, you know, like they will represent our country like I did. So we'll see, man. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that experience. It's a new chapter for my life, so I'm kind of ready to.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Hedo.
Thank you, guys.